So now in this video, I just wanted to quickly talk about USB portable devices mostly. So if you're using USB quite a bit, I really recommend, especially if it's battery operated, getting one of these Drok USB testers, or solar too, for low power solar panels that output 5 volts especially. There's a little more. I don't remember all the specifics for this Drok USB tester, but it works really good for 5 volt devices, and it has a USB plug right there permanently attached to it. I don't remember where this wire came from. Maybe it came with the fan, I don't remember, but I keep it with this tester at all times. But in any case, there you can see that the power bank here with the battery in it is outputting just a tad bit more than 5 volts. That will change with load. So right now there's 0.2 amps, and we turn the fan up, you see the voltage dip down just a little bit, but that's to be expected. It's still holding 5 volts well at 0.8 amps. And so it gives you just real-time readings of the voltage that the power supply is providing and the amount of current. So there's just one button here, and we can change the setting. So right now it's looking at the capacity. So when I started, this was at 99. I had, or actually I think it goes to 100. I think there's 3 digits there. But of course that one disappears right away. It goes to 99. And so this started at 0 when I first attached the fan and plugged this into the power supply. So it's all USB. And so it started at 0, and over time the number went up. And so what it looked at was how much current. So there's different settings. We can look at the capacity and the power rating if we want. And if we click it one more, we get all 4. It's going to keep flipping around from voltage, amps, capacity, and then power. And all power is voltage times current. So it's doing that math for you. And so there's capacity, power. So we're dealing with 5 volts and 1/5 of an amp. So about 1 watt of power. So in any case, when I started, let's get right to just see, this was 0, and as it draws current, the number goes up, and over time, of course, the number just keeps going up. And what it's doing is it's telling us how much current we got out of this to go from 100%, and I charged it a while ago, so it'd work even better if you use it right after you charge it. That's topics for other videos. But basically it's telling how much current we got when it went from 100 to 71. And it dropped from 100 to 90 really fast. And then it took longer to go from 90 to 80. And I think maybe even longer to go from 80 to 70. So it looks like it has more charge the closer we get to probably about halfway or so. Those are important observations to understand how much energy your power supply is going to provide, how much capacity. And this number ultimately is the most important thing. So what it's telling us right now is that we're almost 5. Let's say when we get to 70, this is going to say 5. That would tell us that either, or 2 scenarios we could do, is that we had 1 amp of current being used for 5 hours. Or it could be 5 amps of current. It can output 5 amps. There's 3 plugs here. Not each one can output 5, but you can power multiple things. But it's telling you that battery could provide 5 amps of current for 1 hour to go from 100 to 70. It gives you an estimation in that way. And so ultimately we want to drain this, charge this up to fully charge, and then drain it to nothing and see the capacity there. And you don't have to do 1 amp for 5 hours or 5 amps for 1 hour. You can adjust the current and time a bunch of different ways, an infinite number of ways. The more current you use, the quicker it will discharge. The less current you use, the longer it will take to discharge, but ultimately that final time depends on its capacity. So if you have 2 chargers that you want to compare for how much energy they store, you would charge them both to 100% and then measure how their capacity when you discharge them to nothing, and the one with the higher number stores more energy. So pretty straightforward. So in any case, I'll do more videos on that in the future, but definitely if you do a bunch of stuff with USB, and cell phones use the same USB connections here. In fact, this fan, I took the batteries out, but it is also a portable power bank. And so you put a couple lithium ion batteries in there. You can either use that to power the fan for a while, or there's a plug here, actually on this side, you can power something else. So that's the charging one. It's blue right now because there's batteries in there. I think it turns red when they're fully charged. I don't remember. But there are no batteries in there right now. But in any case, you can power stuff with this. So I'll talk about this setup more in other videos. I did in earlier videos too. But in any case, hopefully you still found this interesting. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.